use it. So, hi everybody, welcome. Well, I'm right out of the shower and I've got my hair wrapped up, and actually I'm just going to wait for that to dry on my skin a little bit, but it probably, you don't care, but it's going to drive me crazy because when I look at it, all I see is red. So I am going to, and I've used all 3 fingers just so I don't put, you know, the finger that I've already dabbed on my skin back into my container. And I am just going to conceal that red area there a little bit because it will drive me crazy. So, coming to you not live, but in the raw, basically, right out of the shower. And, you know, this is it. So, you know, and it is what it is. And I think part of aging gracefully is getting to the point in your life where you can comfortably come out in your own skin, and just know that, you know, you have to own it. You have to wear it, so you might as well own it. So anyways, welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping in. If you're new, love for you to hit that subscribe button and join. And for my returning wonderful subscribers, I just have to give you just a second here to say thank you and I appreciate you. I love the interaction and your comments and suggestions and input. I love it. And I hope you'll continue on with me. So a couple of you have requested that I do a blowout video, so that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I started one earlier this week, and then I got interrupted halfway through, so I had to scrap it. And I've been kind of babysitting my granddaughter, and the kids have all been kind of sick, and just sort of one gets it, clears up, the other one gets it, clears up, and now the noni gets it, and it's the weather and drainage, and I'm telling you, it's just one of those things. But anyways, I'm going to do this video for you, and I am going to get started right now. So first things first, I am going to use my GHD flat iron. I am going to use, and I'm going to show you the tools I'm going to use also. I'm going to use my dry bar hair dryer. This has quite a bit of power, and it's Bar Ionic. I've really noticed it cuts my drying time down, and it really keeps my hair from picking up static. These are going to be my brush tools for today. It just depends on how my hair is behaving. It is a little bit, what do I want to say, you know, humid, yeah, so what's new, but we'll see. And I just noticed I don't have my mic on. I'm going to put it on so that you can really hear me, and then we're going to get started. Okay guys, since I am actually going to get ready for the day, I'm just going to prep my skin a little bit, and I've definitely showed this before. This is Shampoo, and kind of stay away from that area. This is what I put on my face after I've washed, toned, and moisturized, and I let it dry for just a little bit, and then anything else, my eye cream I apply, and if I feel like I need a spot check like that I just showed you earlier, I go ahead and do that, and then I just put this on. This evens out my skin tone, kind of tones down that redness that I have in my face, and yeah, that's what I do. And I'll show it to you again. It's really a very good product. I really like it. Shampoo. I get it at Sephora, and sometimes it is out of stock for quite a while. And then when it comes back in stock, I just, you know, one jar lasts you a long time, but I just make sure I'm kind of looking ahead when I know I'm getting down to the bottom, because it's just a nice product. So I'm just going to let that sit on my face, and then I'm going to do my makeup later after I get my hair dried. So here's my hair in my hair towel, and I washed it with my, it's like a 2-in-1. It's a shampoo and conditioner. It's by Monet. It's black. It's called Black, and it's basically just to help thicken hair up a little bit because my hair is fine. And sorry, I forgot to put that on. Oh, I hope it's working okay. It should be. But anyway, it's on now. So sorry. So I've, like I said, washed it. I usually let the shampoo sit on my hair for 2 or 3 minutes while I take care of the rest of my business in the shower. And then I, rinse it out. I didn't put anything extra on it today. Now, I'm sorry. I took a little bit, since this is a 2-in-1 product, which is shampoo and conditioner. Sometimes my hair gets so knotty after it's in the towel that it's hard for me to put a comb through it. So I just took a little teeny tiny bit of conditioner, tiny bit, and I went ahead and just rubbed it around, and then just gave it a quick rinse. But this is my hair. Oops, got a little knot there. Combed out. And this is my hair just coming out and drying to the air. Now I'm going to start to see this spring if I add a little bit of like a texturized spray, how much I can get this to curl, because I've kind of been, like I said, caught in the rain, experimented a little bit, and it seems like it's got a little bit of a better wave. So what I just do is I just kind of use this big fat tooth comb and just kind of gently pull through my hair, not pull, but comb through my hair. And the worst part is always like right here, this bulk right here. So I just take it. Sometimes if it's really knotty, it kind of gives me an indication I need to do some moisturizing to it. And also I'll just use a little bit of detangler spray just to get through it. It's not too bad today, so we're just going to comb through it. And I'm going to speed through, the process once I'm showing you each step of what I'm doing, just so you don't have to watch the whole thing, and just try not to talk through it because it's hard when the hair dryer's on. So, okay, I think I'm all the way through it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Wow. Talked about this a ton. I really love this stuff, and I really need to use quite a bit today because we're in the high humid zone. 98% humidity. It's quite a bit of humidity. So first I just kind of spray it all over, and then just take my fingers, rub it through, and then my comb. And you could see how much that's even added towards gliding through my hair. There we go. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knock everything over, but hey, what would this video be if I didn't drop or knock something over? It wouldn't be me. So I'm going to take this spray, is just a reshaped root lifter, and right here on the roots where I need that extra lift, I'm going to kind of go back here. I just spray a little bit of that, and here on the crown. I like to lift it up here on underneath sides. That's it. Go ahead, comb it out. Again, just let it sit there for a minute. And then I don't use this all the time, but this is called Rejuvabeads. It's also by Monet, and I just use this little, that's it, that smudge. So this product is so concentrated that, it's for your ends. Keep your split ends kind of tamed and down, and that's all you need. And I just use it on the very bottom, and I try to get it right through here because this is my kink right here, real bad. Okay guys, I'm ready to fire up this hair dryer and start to dry my hair. So what I do is I do section, and you know, no rhyme or reason to it. I like to do the back of my hair first, the very back of my hair. Get that, I bring that up and that up, just kind of give it a twist, and I'll just put a clip in it just to sort of hold it all up there. Okay, and then I just comb out this back, and I'm going to start at the top of the back of my hair, kind of go down the middle, just grab this, split it again. There's just no rhyme or reason to it. And what I do is I use my smaller round brush, and I like to start just to get the air out. So here we go. I try to grab that same amount, and I like to roll it and pull it away. I have my hair dryer set on the warm setting, so it's not intense heat right now, and I let it just drop down, and I bring it up at this angle because I'm just trying to get that lift to add that little bit of body. There, that's pretty quick. Same, I'm rolling the back, bringing it up, just pointing the nozzle down, and drying that back area. Down over on this side, pointing that nozzle down, rolling it underneath and bringing it up. Same way, and this side's a little bit curlier, crazy hair, nothing's the same, but that's okay. So I do have to work on those ends a little bit to keep this brush rolled under. Take it off a little bit to the side. That really creates some volume down in the underneath side of your hair, and this is the side that really wants to ducktail and, you know, wave up a little bit. Okay, so it's not completely dry, but it's pretty good, and I can tell just by touching and feeling in the back that it's curling upward, so I got to work on this a little bit. I know it's hard to see, but and if it's really damp under there, just stick your nozzle underneath. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good for now. And then what I'm going to do is, let's get my comb. Okay, now I know you're going to think this is weird. I'm just kind of combing through to make sure it's not knotty at all. Now I'm going to literally dry my hair upside down, this part, to get this dampness out, and I'm going to comb through it with this paddle brush. So I'm going to kind of put my head upside down, turn it on, and then I will be back. I'll just kind of do it like this so you can see. I move my brush back and forth. Whoop, I just hit the hair dryer. Just trying to get the dampness out. You know, and You just have to be gentle, making sure that you're not really pulling your hair and that it's really, that's why I like to comb through it right before I do it. Now I'm going to go flip totally upside down. I'll see you in a minute. I just pressed my cool shot. Now that my hair was very warm and hot, I'm running the cool air through it just to kind of set it. And give it a flip back. Oh, I have to watch it because I'm getting wrapped up in the cords. Okay, now it is not completely dry. It is still damp, but this is when I want to start to, I guess, if you want to say, tame it and kind of put it into this straight, sleeker bob look. So this is, I would say, I'm probably about 90% dry, but it's that dampness that'll get your hair to start kinking if you don't get it completely dry. So at this point, again, it goes back up, swish it around, and now I'm going to take my, on the softer setting, on warm, and I'm just going to kind of pull my paddle brush downward with my hair dryer. Now, like I said, I do not have the hot heat on it, and you might think, well, you're getting awfully close. I am to my hair, but it is a very warm heat, and I'm just trying to sort of train it just to sleek straight, because that's how I want to wear it. And you can see it doesn't take a whole lot to get it to that point. And then what I usually do is I take this round brush and I just curl it from there out, just to lift it a little bit, that's all. And you know, you might say, okay, is it really necessary to use a paddle and a round brush? Well, to get the look that I want, for me, yeah, it is. And if I don't have it, no big deal. If I didn't have my paddle brush, I would just use the round brush, because I'll show you at this stage, you can take your round brush, oh, let me move that, and just bring it upward, and you can shoot your nozzle upward. It's going to give you that lift, and then when you get to the end, just stretch it out so that you get that nice smooth end to it. And sometimes the very bottom will get a little knotty, so you don't, if you meet resistance, just quit pulling and rolling and just let it come out evenly. And I just basically, I work my hair like this in a back and forth motion, and then bring some more down with the paddle brush. And this is basically what I do to complete drying the rest of my hair. And I swing it back over, and it is hot in here today. Whew. Yeah, guys, I had to turn my air conditioning on. My goodness gracious, it's February. It's crazy. But I'm very thankful that I have air conditioning, so there you go. Okay, so it really is drying pretty quickly today, because I think the humidity that's just around. And so now give it a real good feel with my hand. Make sure everything feels smooth. I could have done a better job under this portion here, but it's getting really hot in here and I just don't want it to get too sticky. So basically, I got some flyaways back there. Oh, yep, a couple of tangles, and give it a quick comb through. And that, as you can see, is totally done with my hair dryer. So now I am going to plug in my flat iron because I do want to smooth it out a little bit. So let me get this batch of cords and my hair dry. I mean my GHD curling tool only takes 30 seconds or so. So basically that's it, and I just feel like I get that little bit of extra body when I feel like I need, you know, that root lifter, and then the cream that I used, the Rejuvabeads, just to tame down these little split flyaways and stuff, really helps. So once again, and this may seem like, you know, wow, you section your hair off, but as you can see, I don't do it in, you know, I'm not precise. I just take the section up and work with, so that I'm not passing and running my hot iron through the same hair, you know, over and over. Now, what I used on my hair does have a heat protectant in it, so I'm not going to put anything additional on, and just run it as a pass. I don't really bend it over at this time, and you can see I will I sometimes take a second clip and I work this underneath side. Turn that fan the other way. Down. And I just pull it straight because I really do want to get this underneath side as straight as I can, because that happens to be my curliest. And then I just kind of work it around the back of my hair just by using my fingers and picking it up. Here too. And you can see I'm pulling it, not pulling it, but I'm just leaving it forward. I'm not bending it under. I am wanting to work these little teeny tiny things underneath. Okay, and then this clip that I put back there, I will take that off, and then I'll pick that hair up and pass it through. Now this back side, I pass it through a little bit more because that's my wave, like I said. You know, I always have that wave, and that tends to want to have a little more. Now at this point, I will just take this part down and run my sides, and just to clip it up. And you can see how it wants to flip upwards. So a little bit thicker right here, and we'll just hold it and bring it down. Fingers I use at this point, bring it down. Same here. Just kind of use my fingers, glide it down. Now, I know you're picking up some of the hair that you've already, you know, curled, but as you're doing it, you can see what needs to have the flat iron run on it. And at this point, I'll just kind of see where my hair wants to part, because you know your hair has a mind of its own. Now, you see, I can see where it's wanting to flip, so I will just grab that, bring it down. Grab it and bring it down. And I don't think, whoo, it's hot in here, guys. I don't think I need, it's just a little bit, but I think that's going to do it. Or it's going to do it for me today, because that's it. That's how I blow dry my hair and get it in this look. And I'm pretty satisfied with it. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll sit here and look for my comb. What is the deal with me? Like, oh, here it is. Already took it out. Okay, and so sometimes what I'll do is I will take this part and I'll just give it a quick little tease just to add a little bit of lift, because my hair is pretty straight, and right here at the crown, I like to give it that little bit of, just a little bump, not anything. I'm not the Texas big hair gal. So that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped, so you could see that this is just basically what I do. Turn my flat iron off, and simple and easy, and it just, you know, I might, like tomorrow, have to run the flat iron through it just to smooth out the ends, but you know, just 1-2 bends, that's it. Usually on my 3rd day I might put it back a little bit or even wear it up, and then by the 4th day I'm washing it again. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative to you, and now I'm going to bid you farewell and go get my face put on. Everyone, just thought I would end this video by saying just a couple of things. You know, only you can really understand the characteristic of your hair. So I do have a kind of wave semi-curl to my hair, but that doesn't mean that I use a shampoo for curly hair or a shampoo for sleek straight hair. I use a shampoo that I have finally found is good for my scalp, and that's really one of the main reasons why, you know, I like the Monat products. Now, I am not plugging Monat, I don't get paid for it, but that's just what I happen to use. Now, it just depends on how curly your hair is, but I do know that if you do have the right tools, and if you have much curlier hair, then you can use a conditioner or a spray that's designed to give you a sleeker look. But I really think what really works is a fat paddle brush and a fat round brush. I think those two brushes in particular really help give you that sleek bob look. Now, I use a smaller round brush just because I said the back of my hair happens to be, you know, that little terrible 2 toddler that just wants to do whatever it wants to do and flip up, curl up, wave up. So if I really get that little round brush in there and really can just work with it with the hairdryer, I can pretty much keep it, you know, pretty tame. But you can see it just still wants, it has like memory, it just wants to kind of start to flip up. So that's usually the part of my hair the next day that I really have to put the curling iron back on, because it's just that way, and has nothing to do with the cut. I've had it undercut, I've had it cut super short. It's just, that's where my heaviest body is. So what I think is important over all of this is, you know, treat your scalp. Do coconut treatments on your scalp and your hair. You will see that your hair will just shine, and it just has a different kind of manageability. You sort of have to get used to it, because you have to know how much should I use, you know, how much do I need to rinse, and you'll figure it out. It'll be something that's very beneficial. Find yourself a good shampoo and conditioner that you can use, that's good for both your hair and your scalp, and then any product that you can put on your hair that's a heat protectant, a little bit of lift. But I try to stay away from anything that's super heavy. Sometimes mousse products get too crunchy, crinkly, make my scalp itch. I have a lot of issues with so many of those types of products. So just, you know, experiment, try things out, but seriously, working with a wide paddle brush, and the one I did show you is very similar to a paddle brush that I had for years and years, that the whole brush was actually rubber, and I used it so much that all of the tips just totally were gone, and I loved it. But this is really a nice one that I picked up at Ulta, and it really helps because of this backing on it that just really, when the hairdryer hits that heat, it just dries your hair much quicker, so that's better for your hair. And depending on the length of your hair, a nice big fat brush. And I even have I'm always showing you my brushes with my hair hanging out in it. I even have this boar brush, which is really good, and this is from Sephora, and this is also a good brush. And it just depends on, like I said, humidity, what is the air temperature in your house, how fast is your hair going to dry. But it seems like when things are just out of normal, sometimes I use this, and the reason I like this is because I get a whole lot of body when I use this type of brush. This one just seems to dry my hair a lot faster, but this is really good too. So don't be afraid to update your brushes if you haven't bought a new hair brush in a long time, or if you're using for this hair length and you're using a skinny round brush for all of your hair, it's just not going to be enough to give you that body. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm kind of ready for the day. I have some errands that I need to run, and on my face, I'll just tell you, Anastasia Brow Wiz. I did put some NARS foundation on today. I have no shadows on or anything like that. I just didn't want to, and just a little bit of Tarte mascara, and this is a Chanel lipstick, and I can tell you what it is. It's really a pretty color. Look at that. That's real pretty. It is number 145 Rayonette. It's the Rouge Allure collection, and it's really a pretty, that's a pretty lipstick. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.